Hi, Jess King here with Jess King Yoga. This is a short but sweet sequence. We're going to start in child's pose. Grab a couple yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use some hardback books. Big toes touch, knees wide on your mat. Stretch your fingertips towards the front of your space. And then go ahead and let the body float down to the mat. If this is too much for you, you can put a block underneath your head and underneath your chest. You can also put a block underneath your butt between your heels. I'm going to keep my head up just so my microphone is not muffled, but you just go ahead and melt down into your space. Start to tap into the rhythm of the breath. Walk those fingertips over to the right side of your mat. Soften into the left hip crease and take a nice big breath into the left lung. Come on back through center and then walk the fingertips over to the left side of your mat. Soften into the right hip crease and take a nice big breath into the right lung. Come on back through center. Make your way up to a tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Just take some movements that feel good. Maybe a little tail wag here, swinging those hips back and forth. Then eventually meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Press down into the finger pads and the knuckles. We'll take some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, soft elbows. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, tuck the pelvis. 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, spread the sit bones. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, tuck the pelvis. 1 more time. Inhale, drop that belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest, round. Come on back to your neutral tabletop position. Walk those fingers a little bit farther forward. Flip the toes. Make your way to downward facing dog. Send the hips up nice and high. Pedal out the feet. Bending one leg and then the other generously. Nod the head yes and no. Cascade yourself into a high plank position. Notice if you moved your hands and your feet. Keep your hands and your feet where they are. Send those hips back up high. Bend the knees as much as you need to create a nice flat back. Take a big inhale breath. Take an open mouth exhale. Let go of anything that's not serving you. Take a big inhale breath. At the bottom of your exhale, look at your hands. Take 10 tiny steps to the front of your mat. Maybe come up onto your finger pads or up onto some blocks to make space. When you get there, put your hands in your elbow creases. Let your head hang heavy. Put the opposite forearm on top. Let the head be heavier. Release the fingertips down to a dangle. Slowly begin to roll the body up to standing. Chin comes up last. Take some shoulder rolls when you get to the top. Take those shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. Good. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Take a big breath. Fill up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Interlace the fingers deep to the webbing. Release your pointer finger to the sky. Inhale those arms back up overhead. On your exhale, take a side bend to the right. Bring the fingertips to the right. Send your hips to the left. Head is even between the biceps. The belly is in tight and the eyes are focused. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Switch out your thumbs. Exhale, take your side bend to the left. Good. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, cactus the arms, lift underneath your heart. Pull that belly in tight. Inhale, reach those arms back up high. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Soften the knees and lead with the heart. Halfway lift, nice strong flat back. Hands to shins, long spine here. Press your sit bones back. On your exhale, fold a little bit deeper. 2 more times. Halfway lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Nice job. Sit into a chair pose. Bend the legs. Imagine you're sitting into a little chair. Shift that booty back and down. Make sure you can see all 10 of the toes. Put the weight mainly into the heels. Track the tailbone down, so create length in the lower back. Keep breathing. You're almost there. Start feeling the heat building in the body for 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward, let it go. Find another halfway lift, a nice strong flat back just to neutralize the spine. And then plant those hands. Step your left foot back. Sometimes I like to grab blocks here. Step that left foot back to a low lunge. Drop down to the back knee. Good. Untuck your back toes. Bring those hands up and overhead. Now, if you're wobbly here, you can curl those back toes back under. But if you can, let them lay flat. Take a big inhale breath. On your exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Good. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Good. Press into your palms. Nice. Come on back to center. Reach those arms up high. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot on the floor or blocks. Lift the back knee up off the mat. Find pyramid pose. Step the back foot in slightly. Point your back toes off to a 45-degree angle. And then straighten-ish that front leg as you bow the chin towards the shin. Let's get a rhythm on the breath. One more. Good. Now look forward. Walk those blocks or your hands forward. Lift that left leg up off the mat. Dial the left hip down. The pinky toe of your left foot is pointing down. Maybe lift it a little bit higher. Maybe bow that forehead towards your shin and let the crown of the head go towards the floor. Good. Lift up halfway. Set the feet together. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Reach up to standing. Exhale, seal the hands into the heart center and just pause for a moment. Ground down into the right foot. Bring your left foot to a half staff pose, parallel to the floor. Flex the foot. Good. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Pull the lower belly in tight. Good. Flex your left toes. Nice. Take a big breath. Straighten the legs, straight and strong. Good. Inhale, bend it. Listen closely. On your exhale, we're going to step it all the way back and land in a warrior one. So my hips are still squared straight forward. My feet are likely on two separate tracks or maybe a heel-to-heel alignment. And then square those hips. Draw the right hip back, the left hip forward. Bring those hands up and overhead. Pull the ribs together. Maybe get a little bit lower in that front lunge. Good. 2 more breaths. Nice job. Bring those hands down to the earth. Step your front foot to your back foot. Find downward facing dog. Send those hips up high. Take a big inhale breath. Fill up. Press down firmly. Exhale. Good. Big inhale. At the bottom of your exhale, look forward, come forward. Maybe jump, maybe step, maybe a couple steps. Good. Sit into your chair pose. Sit down nice and low. Focus the eyes. Track the tailbone down. Breathe. Feel the heat. Feel the strength. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your heart center. You're almost there. For 3, 2, 1. Fold forward. Let it go. Halfway lift. Strong flat back. Long spine. Exhale. Plant those hands. Step your right foot back this time. Drop down to the back knee. Untuck the toes. Bring the shoulders up over the hips. Reach those hands up high. Take a big breath. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Inhale, breath. Exhale, take your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Twist. Pull the belly in tight. Press your palms together. Good. Slowly release. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee up off the mat. Find pyramid pose. Step that back foot in slightly. Point the toes to a 45-degree angle. Straighten-ish the front leg. Bow the chin towards the shin. Steady the breath. Pull that left hip back. Good. Look forward. Walk the blocks forward or the hands. Lift that right leg up off the mat. Good. Dial the right hip down. The pinky toe of your right foot is facing the floor. Maybe lift the leg a little bit higher. Maybe bow the forehead towards the shin. Good. Look forward. Step the feet together, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, seal the hands into the heart. Ground down into the left foot this time. Bring your right foot to your half staff pose. Parallel, your thigh is parallel to the floor. Flex the foot. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Use your abdominal muscles rather than your psoas muscle to lift your leg. Take an inhale breath. On your exhale, straighten your legs, straight and strong. Nice. Inhale, bend it. Good work. We're going to step it all the way back to a warrior one. You're going to land that foot to a 45-degree angle. Square the hips straight forward. Bring those hands up and overhead. Good. Pull the ribs together. Draw that left hip back, the right hip forward. Shoulders are out of the ears. One more breath. Nice. On an exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Step your front foot to your back foot, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take a big inhale breath. Take an open mouth exhale, let it go. Big inhale breath. At the bottom of your exhale, drop down to the knees. Nice job. Shift your butt to one side or the other. Come all the way down to the back. Maybe grab a block and take it with you. Nice. When you get down to the bottom, hug your legs into your chest. Take a little rock side to side. Find a happy baby pose. Reach for the inner or the outer arches of your feet. Take a little rock. Maybe straighten one leg and then the other. If you need anything else from your practice, feel free to do it now. If you are ready for your final Shavasana, give yourself a nice, tight, final loving squeeze. Draw the forehead towards the knees. Love yourself. Squeeze it in tight. And then flop out to your Shavasana. Good. Let the feet flop out to the side. Find space between your arms and your body. Slide the shoulders underneath your heart. I will call you out in just a few minutes. This is where I will leave you here today. If you have the gift of time, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you can. Thank you for practicing with me. The light and the dark within me honors the light and the dark within you. Namaste.